So, welcome to today's short session about the homeschooling that I'm doing. And I hope that this will also help you a little bit to understand how it will work, and also to join that, to have fun, and start decide that you want to enroll your kid to these lessons. This will be also recorded, so you can watch us later on YouTube whenever you want. So because I said 30 minutes, let's start with this. Here we go. So we start talking about history. History homeschool lessons. So history homeschool lessons I'm doing already, I'm not sure, is it 2 years or 3 years? I'm definitely not sure. I think definitely 2 years. And so I try to make it always better and better and better. And now I got enough classes also, so we will do on Mondays and Tuesday. So when exactly? One class will be on Monday, 2 p.m. London time. So that's the idea also for the friends from UK, which is 9 a.m. in New York. So I think could be also possible. These friends living there, but on Tuesdays, there are also lessons on 2 p.m. New York time and 1 p.m. New York time and 2 p.m. New York time. Sorry, technical issues. So again, Mondays, 2 p.m. London time, which is 9 a.m. New York time. Tuesdays, 6 p.m. London time, which is 1 p.m. London time, New York time, and then 7 on these 2 days. What would be the topic? So on my website, historyofjw.tools, if you click on homeschool and then history, you can see the topics. So this is just the parts. I already created a plan for a whole year, which means there can be some changes. There can be some changes because something happens, because I got sick, or there is another CO visit and we have to reschedule this, or because I realized that one topic were for the kids so interesting that we decide together, okay, let's talk about that topic next week more. Let's go deeper in this. So it's very flexible. It's not really fixed. Okay, this have to be right now. So it's very flexible that the kids will really love the topics. But you can already see on this on my website also when will be breaks. Like, for example, as I said, when a CO visit is, or when a convention time is, or when some holidays like Christmas or something like that, where everybody goes on holidays visiting friends, family, and there, of course, will be no topics. What are the costs? It's 12 euros a month. I think that's about 10 pounds and $14, something like that, for the whole month. So you don't pay for each lesson. If your kid can't join the lesson because got sick or whatever, you have an appointment, you're on holidays, all lessons will be recorded and only you will get access. So the lessons will be not on YouTube, no, but you will get a link where you can watch that class where your kid has been normally should be. So he will see familiar faces. He will see the faces of the other kids that he already knows from this class. So this is pretty cool. It's why it's talking about commitment for a whole school year. So the question is this: if you already know my lessons, so when you join, so you know how it works. But for everybody who does the first time, the first 2 lessons is just to check out, okay, does my kid like it? Is it nice for him? Does he or she wants to doing this? And then for my planning of our financial stuff is my request or my question, okay, if you say, will you do this and you pay this 12 euros each month, you of course get also a receipt with the taxes and everything on it. That you say, okay, I will pay for the whole school year, each month. Each month I will do this so I can plan. Of course, if something will happen and whatever, and you say, okay, we can't do this anymore, there will be no stress. But I hope that this will be also a commitment that the kids will, that you as parent will also say to your kids, hey, we paid, we said for the whole year, so encourage you if he has a bad day and don't want to join. You know what I mean? The idea of that. Do I need some equipment? I wrote yes, a printer, some glue, and a pen, because most of the lessons will use a world map. So I will send you this world map. You can print this, and together with the kids, I will do this on Zoom, showing them, or they can do this at home, and then also write some sentences. I will send you other pictures that you can print out and then glue it on the world map where this happens, what happened there, what time happened there. So it will be more visual for them. And then they have each lesson a map of the world and some information they can use. If they can't do this, don't worry. That finished world map after each lesson will be also sent to you, that you can print only this world map and they can use it. But I think it's much better if the kids also will use a pen and write it down. So you see, writing down, hearing, all these together, reading will make it easier to remember stuff. And we will have also some guest speakers. So for example, if we talk about African kingdoms, I have a friend who's from Ghana. He will tell us some stories. If we talk about Japan, I have a friend from Japan. She will tell us history of what they learned in Japan about Japan. So will be more, it's not a German guy who's talking about Japan, it's a Japanese person who's talking about Japan. That's, I think, I can't wait to see that, to be honest. Yeah, how to enroll, go on my website. You can write me a WhatsApp message or write me an email. As I said, the first 2 lessons just to check it. And then on my website, if you click on donation, this is how you can make your payment. You can use PayPal, Stripe, credit cards, bank. No, from bank to bank, there's a euro and you can a dollar bank account, and then just enjoy. But for that, because I did already history a few months or 2 years, I invited Hannah. Hello, Hannah.
Hello.
Hello, thank you for joining. So I asked Hannah if she can. So we didn't rehearsal that. I have no idea what she would tell her. I have no idea. I just asked, hey, could you join this meeting and tell the friends about the history lessons? So let's see if she will say yes, it was great, or say it was bad. I hope she will say it was great, because I think your kids you're one of my first ones, right? I think your kids was the 2 years, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I've got at the minute I've got a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old boys. We started Jordans quite early on, and we also, for the history one, we chess ones as well. So they really love it. My 7-year-old isn't massively keen on Zoom. It only has to be something that he's really interested in to get him into Zoom. But with your lessons, he is engaged and he does listen with your lessons. He loves the PowerPoints. My oldest loves the PowerPoints. And I love how engaging you are with the kids. You're always asking them questions, encouraging them to think, encouraging them to think outside the box. Even like some of the questions that you pose, I even have to really think about them. I love how you put theocratic history in there as well, because that is really nice. And sometimes there's some stuff that I'm even not aware of. So you really put in a lot of research and a lot of love and care into your lessons. And that's what really makes difference. And that's why the kids keep saying, when's Uncle Thomas going to do more lessons?
Really? So they don't like the breaks?
No.
Yeah, we had now a long summer break for 6 or 7 weeks, right?
Yeah, and the chess lessons are really good, really good. It helped them to sharpen their skills and also teach the history behind chess as well, which I wasn't aware of, and some of the pieces and some of the moves and things like that. So that was really good. Yeah.
Thank you. So your kids will join the next blog again Oh, there's one. Hey!
Yeah. Do you love Uncle Thomas's lessons? Yes? Yeah, you do, don't you? I really love them. You looking forward to them starting again, yeah?
Are the chess lessons still going?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
right
there we are.
now, what we will do, it will be not like last 6 months that we will do a little bit chess, a little bit history. Now will be only history, and chess will be a separate lesson so you can learn more and play more.
Yeah. Brilliant. Fantastic.
That's so cool.
So yeah,
Thank
100%
you.
recommend.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you. Thank you very much. Perfect. No
worries.
rehearsal, and this was everything that I wanted to hear. Thank you. Thank you, Hannah, very much. And Hannah also does a lot of advertisement for my lessons and sending informations and stuff. So yeah, thank you again. Thank you again. So that's about history. That was about history. Let's move on to talk about chess. Let's talk about chess. Of course, on the end, you can ask questions. And if you have a question already right now, you can also use the chat box here on YouTube and write your questions, and I will answer you. So let's talk about chess. Chess will be also on Mondays and Tuesdays. So Monday, it's 3 p.m. London time, which is 10 a.m. New York time. And Tuesday, 5 p.m. London time, which is noon New York time. This maybe it's a little bit easier for also for the friends in LA and stuff like that. And we will use Chess Kit. That's a great website. It's a really great website where it costs the website. It costs 40 euros a year, but joining, because we have a lot of kids, I can get it cheaper. I can buy like 50 or 30 or something like that accounts, and then we will get cheaper. But how Chess Kit works. So we have 30 units where we start from the early beginning. So if your kid already plays chess, and I know that some of your kids play chess because we did this last 6 months, I would say the first 2 lessons, just the first 2 lessons, could be boring for him, but I have a resolution for that, or a solution for that. The very first 2 lessons where I would teach the early beginnings, the early how everything works from the beginning, and your kid will say, I already know that. Don't worry, I am able to separate them. They will still be in the lesson, but at that time they can play together chess with the other kids who already says, okay, I know how this piece works. I know how this piece works. But I need to do the first 2 lessons to explain from the very beginning for the kids, so that everybody will be on the same page, and then we can move on to the tactics and everything. We will watch videos, how things will work. You know what? Let me show you one of the videos. Let me show you one of the videos, and I put it here. Here you go. Give me a second. Here it is. So it looks like that.
Are you wondering why chess is more exciting than checkers? Well, for one thing, some of the chess pieces can move a lot farther than they can in checkers. Today, you get to be a rook. But wait a minute, I want to be a fireman. Okay, you can be a fireman later in life, but today, I just want you to be a rook. The rook can move in 4 different directions. The rook can go up. The rook can go down. The rook can go left. The rook can go right. And for any of you kids out there that like to read maps, that would be north, south, east, and west. The rook has lots of choices here. The rook can go just a little bit or all the way to the edge of the chessboard. So, my rook can move up 1, that's possible, or all the way to the edge of the board, or the rook could have stopped somewhere in between. For example, the rook could have gone up 2 squares, or even gone up 3 squares. It would have been your choice. Of course, you can't go off the edge of the chessboard. That would be crazy. In this position, I want you to try to count how many different squares the rook can move to. What did you get? Well, if you got the answer 14,
This is
on the way to being a chess master.
This is how it will work.
1, 2, 3.
There you go. This is how it will work. This is how an easy, funny way to learn that. Then we will discuss, then we will practice, and there will be also on Chess Kit lessons, practice lessons, so they have to achieve, and then they will get a number. Oh, we did this and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool, and it makes really fun. I did this, and it's really, really, really fun. And we will have tournaments, but they can also later, because they will have this gold membership, they can play against the boats, so again the computer, but they also can play against all the other friends in the chess club. So don't worry that they will play with kids they don't know. No, they will only play with us, only in that class. That's we can change this later, but in the beginning, just to keep it safe. And there's also no chat stuff, so there's also possible to write stupid stuff or something like that. So it's very, very, very safe. And I will also be available to play with the kids whenever they want. And chess is pretty important, because with chess you can learn a lot. You can learn to be patient. You can learn to think first and then act. So I think chess can teach your kid to be smarter in life. That's why we recommend it. Am I a super professional chess player? Nope, I'm not. Definitely. My dad taught me chess when I was 5, 6, something like that. But I really enjoyed it. I really love it. And I think that's also more important. When you enjoy, then you can also teach it. What about here, the cost? So it's a little bit more expensive than the history lessons. It's 15 euros a month. Always it's per child. But of course, if you're like in Hannah's situation, if there are siblings, you don't have to pay 2 or 3 times for each lesson, for each month for your second and third kid. No, you can add a little bit if you want. But of course, your 2 kids, they can join. The idea is only, please don't invite like 5 kids from friends and then just one person will pay. I do this for a living, so that's the only idea. Again, here, every lesson will be recorded. Yes, they need a chessboard, definitely. The chessboard is needed. Without the chessboard, it's difficult. They have to touch it. They have to see it. Only then it makes sense. You can buy a chessboard for 10 bucks. It's not really expensive. And of course, then a computer or a smartphone, wherever, they can watch Zoom and also play chess on it, and then a cheaper gold membership. So the normal gold membership costs 40 euros for a whole year. And when we get enough kids, well, I can buy it for 20 euros for a whole year for your kid. I will let you know how many kids will be on the end and how much this will cost on the end. Again, here, my website. You can check out the information, the dates, my phone, my email, first 2 lessons, just if you like it, and then you can make the payment. Next one. Yes, before, but I got Nora here. Nora, hello, Nora. So Nora is a student. Hello. Right?
Hello.
Yeah. Thank you for joining, Nora. So Nora also wrote me that, yes, so you were rushing home, right?
No, we were just trying to figure out how to get it. My mom thought it was on YouTube.
Yeah, it is also on YouTube. It's also on YouTube, but you can, if you can, you can only speak on Zoom. So, so yeah, Nora, how long are you joining my history lessons?
Since the beginning.
I also want to say that you are one of the first ones, right?
Yes, sir.
So, is there something that you want to say about the history lesson? Did you be honest? We also did not rehearsal that. I have no idea what Nora will say. So you, of course, be honest. We don't lie, right? So say what you think about the history lessons.
Well, I thought they were really good. I really liked them because I don't really like history that much, and I kind of think it's boring, but you make it really, really fun, and I really like it. So I would like to continue doing them as long as I can, and I definitely recommend doing it.
Nora, thank you. Thank you. To hear from somebody who don't likes history and who thinks it's boring, to say, I want to continue, fantastic. That's That's really cool. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please remind me, Nora, for a second. But yeah. So for everybody else, what I did the last 6 months, I splitted the history and chess. So we did history, 20 minutes, and then 20-minute chess, right? Did you also join and enjoy the chess, or is chess not your game?
Oh no, I love chess. I loved that very much. I really liked that.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool. So you will join history and chess in the future, or just only history?
Yes, I would really like to do that in
Cool.
the future.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's great. That's great. Thank you. Thank you. Is there anything else you want to say? If not, that's
Not
great.
really.
Thank you, Nora. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for saying this. That was nice. That was really, really, really nice. Okay. And last part for today. And then we do the question and answer section. So if you have questions, write it in the chat. I will answer all your questions. But let me first, so you can write them down, and then I will go through them. German. So there will be 2 classes, one for adults, one for kids, but it will be mostly the same topic. So the kids lesson, here we go, is this one, Tuesday, 3 p.m. London time, 10 a.m. New York time. And the adult lesson, because a lot of them have to work, is 4 p.m. London time and 11 a.m. New York time. This is 5 p.m. Berlin time. But if you have, your kid can also join the other one or the other. It doesn't, I was thinking in the beginning to making the adult lessons a little bit more difficult. And then I realized, why should I? This is stupid. Why should I? Because let's be honest, if we think about German language, what's the problem with German language? And I think the problem is that you all think that this is German.
Avion.
Aeroplane.
Aero.
Avion.
Flugzeug.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Sorpresa.
Sorpresa.
Überraschung.
Papillon.
Butterfly.
Farfalla.
Mariposa.
Schmetterling.
Stilo.
Pen.
Penna.
Plume.
Kugelschreiber.
Marguerite.
Daisy.
Margarita.
Margarita.
Gänseblümchen.
Ambulance.
Ambulance.
Ambulanza.
Ambulancia.
Krankenwagen.
Science.
Science.
Scienza.
Ciencia.
Naturwissenschaften.
I like that video, but it's all not true. We are not shouting when we speak German. Any word that you shout sounds brutal. If I will shout butterfly, it will the same, right? But if I say Schmetterling, this sounds nice. So don't be afraid of the German language. Definitely not. Definitely not. German language is easier than you think. I give you some ideas, some information about that. So if, again, 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. London time, 40% of the English words are very similar to the German words. So if you already speak English and you just listen, then you realize, oh, this is very similar. For example, I just read this. This was interesting. Das ist eine weiße Katze. This is a white cat. Now you got it right. Oh, das ist eine weiße Katze. Very similar. So YouTube lies. No, but interesting is, maybe you heard about that 50% of all conversations is composed by 100 words. So by learning just 100 words, you can already have a lot of conversations. And on the end, when you have 800 words done, you can speak. So the goal of my lessons will be not to teach you or your kid grammar. We will not learn all these very, very long words. No, the idea is behind these lessons, practice speaking. you will learn different systems how you can learn your language. Each month will be a new one. So on the end, you can decide which way it's the best for you, which way you like most. And this is how you can then learn also for yourself. Because, right, let's be honest, if you will learn only 1 hour a month, 1 hour a week, that's not enough to learn the language, any language, right? You have also to practice. But the way that I will show you, the funny way, fun, will help you and encourage you to learn it, to practice, to teach yourself also. So, and the practice you will see will be very fast. And the ideas that I have prepared, but this is not all my ideas. I got these ideas from YouTube, from brothers who are learning, teaching languages. So it's all together, I put together. So it's not that I'm also getting right now a certification from the Goethe Institute to be a certified from the German government teacher for German as a foreign language. If everything works well, I will get this certification January, February, but still I will not really teach you that way. But that could be next year, for example, when I have the certification and you want to learn German to get a German passport. I will be able to teach you that next year. But this year, my goal is, like, especially for the kids, just having fun learning that language, having fun talking, speaking, using that language, and not to listen only the stuff Schmetterling or these super long words. No, don't worry about it. It's just really to enjoy speaking German. That's a little bit more expensive. I also can tell you why, because I have to fund the certification. That's pretty expensive. So that's why this is 25 euros a month. But just to show you, so in the year would be 300 euros, right, for a whole year. But everything that I teach you, if you would get the teacher here in Germany for that way, it would cost you about 1,000. So it's still much cheaper that you will normally have to pay. Again, also here the lessons will be recorded so you can watch them. Do I need some equipment? Yes, some balloons and other stuff. I will explain this on the first lesson. But yes, we will mostly learn that language not sitting, but standing up and moving and jumping and stuff like that. And yeah, can't wait to do that for you. Also here again, website, WhatsApp, email, first 2 lessons to check it out, and then you can just enjoy. So I promise that this will be just 30 minutes. So we are right now close to the 30 minutes. Please give me a second to check the questions in the chat. Oh, Nora wrote also in the chat. Yeah, I have been doing history with him since he started. I love his history videos because to me history is boring, but makes him fun. Thank you very much, Nora, for that. Iman is asking, sorry, just about this video, how long each session? So all the lessons, history, chess, and German, maximum 45-50 minutes. Maximum 45-50 minutes. Could be that, for example, the chess lessons, especially the first 2, will be maybe only 30 minutes, but then we can use this time to play. But yeah, not longer than 45 minutes. Definitely not. Okay. If we don't have any questions in the chat, so I think we don't also have to go back to Zoom or something like that. I hope you like it. Let me show you again how you can enroll. Will you ever consider an evening class or weekend class for German? I would love for my 19-year-old to take the class. Okay, depends where you're from, Anthony, because that one is 5 p.m. my time. If you're from the States, please write me where you're from and what time, what is for your evening class. Because weekend class, to be honest, will be difficult for me, just for the reason, mostly there's something on weekends, right? Convention, meetings, preaching. And I don't want to promise, yes, we do this, and then every third time I have to cancel because of something. So weekend will be mostly impossible. evening class, if you say you're from New York and for your evening class, let's say New York, 6 p.m., could be difficult because it's midnight for me. And I'm not sure if I will be able to teach you at midnight and if my brain will still work. But maybe you can watch, yeah, okay. So maybe you can watch the recordings. This could be an idea, right? Okay. But yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern time, yeah, midnight. Very difficult. I will not have the energy, to be honest, to teach at midnight. So right now will be just these two classes and then the recordings. So if there are other questions, please write in the chat. Let's give me a second. And if not, thank you for watching, and also enjoy watching everybody else who will watch this after the live streaming is over. And tell your friends, and I hope to see you in 2 weeks, no, in 10 days. So I think I didn't say this. The first class is 9th of September, Monday. We will start and then we will enjoy it. Thank you very much again. Thanks, Anthony. Thank you very much again, and